Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called 10 Common Dutch Household Items That May Surprise Americans' Dutch Life Insights. I think the most common used, I'm pretty sure it's Dutch, right? The cheese grater, that's sort of a square, I don't know how to explain, it's a metal square thing, and you sort of slicer, you slice the cheese with it. It's a slicer, I think. That's, I think, the great Dutch invention, but there's 10 of them, so I don't know, we'll see. So let's check it out and comment, like and subscribe.
Have that over here. It's not really cheese. It's cheese
not cheese.
Flavored stuff.
It's cheese flavored plastic. It's not even cheese flavored.
Plastic? What? Who would want to eat plastic?
Hey, welcome back to the channel, everyone, and thanks for a lot of your comments, which we followed up with for this week's video. We're covering the 10 more common things in Dutch households, and we included a few of your suggestions, so see if you spot yours. Also, I just wanted to let you know a little disclaimer here. The things that we're going to describe don't mean they're not available in America. Some American households have some of these items, and also some Dutch households don't have some of these items.
Sure.
But we're just doing a general commonalities.
Yeah.
So the first thing we're going to start with is one of my favorites.
There's a lot of things there.
One of my favorites, and it is the gourmet, or the gourmette, which is also usually accompanied with fondue. And
Grill.
It looks like this.
We
We love this thing. And as you can see, it has a grill top.
Yeah.
And it also has all these little individual skillets, which
Why?
we use at Christmas time over here. And here's a... So there's actually a few days of Christmas here. There's Christmas Eve, then there's the first day of Christmas, which is with the family, and the second day of Christmas, which is with friends. And so the gourmette helps to save on overdoing the cooking on those days so you can have more time to enjoy it. So you might have a sit-down meal for Christmas, for instance, but you have the sit-down meal with the family, and then afterwards you have the gourmette. And the gourmette is so that it makes it easier on the host. You can put out all the little bits of meat and vegetables, eggs,
I get it.
whatever cheese, what you think people would want to grill, what they would want to combine maybe with the eggs.
And you cook them yourself, right? We would like put everything out in little plates, and people can just grab what they want, little meat or cheese.
It's kind of neat. Nobody has to eat anything they don't want. The cleanup is easy. The setup is easy. Everyone's facing each other, so it's very communal. I do know that there are...
I thought it was at a table, sort of a refreshment table, and you sort of go and you cook what you want. But no, it's a sit-down
people
thing.
who don't like this, who thinks that it's impersonal and it's just doesn't think it shows enough effort for the holidays.
I disagree. I love it, man. I love it.
You go to the grocery stores around Christmas time, and the sections have pre-made, pre-packaged, portioned out meats and cheeses. They have herbal butters that are shaped like various
sausages,
figurines and so forth for like bears.
She's making me want to fire this up right now. This thing is like...
It's really fun.
It really is fun. So.
We tend to do overkill because it's just the two of us, and we have had a week of gourmette last Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had so much stuff because we wanted to try a little bit of everything. So we ended up with so much leftover.
It adds up, obviously.
Every night. Pull out the gourmette, finish off the leftovers. Gourmette again.
Good stuff.
Yeah, gourmette is good though. And the other thing about the gourmette is that it's not hard to find. But I went to Jumbo the other day and they had them above the vegetarian meat section. So yeah, easy to find. In America, if you want to clean yourself in the shower, you can use your hands, you can use a washcloth, or you can use a scrunchie like that. And that's pretty typical. But one of our commenters told us about the washandje. The washandje is basically like a washcloth, but you put your hand in it, and then you put the soap on it and lather yourself up. It may not get you cleaner than any of the other methods, but the nice thing about this is that the scrunchie you leave to dry in the shower, and it can get bacteria on it, so that it's not as clean as your own hands when you go to use it. The washandje are very cheap. I got 2 of these at Webro for 80 cents, I think, for 2.
And I had never even seen these. I've seen these, but I didn't know what they were for. I thought it was actually for the kitchen when I first saw it.
Oh,
I didn't realize it was for the bath. So
Yeah, and so you can use it once and then throw it in the wash. And if they fray from overwashing, if you're using them every day, you can buy a bunch of them because they are cheap.
Yeah.
And also, the Netherlands does textile recycling, so you can go drop them off at the recycling bin when they start to get too
Oh, that's nice.
too damaged to use. So, very Dutch. I've heard that I think only the Dutch and the Belgian use these. So
Oh,
let us
really?
know in the comments. Now, something that you
You're
do have in
exfoliating every
American
day.
homes, but not that commonly, and I think it says a lot about the American diet, and that is the aardappel
stomp.
stump.
I think.
Oh, but
I
yeah.
know it's called the Aardappel stomp.
Stump.
Yeah.
We had one of these in the U.S. because Mark
Yeah.
was on a major kick making a lot of garlic mashed potatoes once, so I bought him one to make his life
To me, that's a potato masher.
easier. But you don't really see
Everyone
them.
has
That was
this.
the first time I owned one.
Not this actual design. Like me.
Yeah, you can
Nice
get the
little-
coiled metal ones.
Yeah, my mother, when I
probably
was
work
growing
better.
up, that's what she used, but I've never really seen the
Yeah.
stump. So I actually used this last night.
But I went, 45 years before I owned one.
Really?
Back in New York when
Yeah.
we bought our first one. So not as common in America, but with
Yeah,
all
I
the
think that's
stomppot
common.
and all the other great dishes like hootspot, you're going to see a lot of this over here.
Yep, for years I used a fork. That's what I would use to
No.
mash my potato. It would be a big fork. That's what I would
No.
Again, the
But
Dutch
you
are
just
practical.
use this.
They know how to
Yep.
make the best use of your time. So
Yeah.
this works. He mashed last night.
Yep.
What, like 3-4 mashes? You did a
It was it.
big
It was
batch
done.
of potatoes. Yeah, easy. Another item you'll find in American kitchens very rarely, unless you're a real gourmand, is the
cheese thing.
Kaas schaaf.
Yeah.
And it's a cheese slicer.
Yeah.
But the difference is that here a lot of cheese is eaten, and a lot of cheese is eaten off the wheel. So you can go to
Exactly.
the farmer's market, buy a big chunk of cheese, and
And you
use
go-
this to shave it.
I still have not used this yet. This right here.
What?
I don't even know how to use it. If I was to have a block of cheese, I'm not
Yes.
sure. I mean, I could guess.
Well,
but I've
we
never-
have a
do
block
it.
of cheese, so
Yeah.
we'll try it later
It's great.
and show you the results. But in America, to get a big chunk of cheese off of a wheel is
Yeah, it's not really
very. It's
not
elite. It's
Yeah.
it's expensive. So most American homes don't have these because most
Yeah.
American homes don't get big blocks of cheese. They
Yeah,
might get a
cheese
small
slices.
block at the grocery store, but yeah, nothing like
Closest thing that, at least in what I've used, is we have a cheese called Velveeta. I don't know if they have that already.
Yeah, but they don't-
Not really cheese. It's cheese,
not cheese.
flavored stuff.
It's cheese flavored plastic. It's not even
But-
cheese flavored.
yeah,
But you
correct.
have a little cutter with just a wire, basically, and you'd go down and
Yeah, but
slice
it's not-
slices of this soft Velveeta
It's not the same.
cheese-like substance off.
Cheese-like
but that was the
substance.
closest that I've seen to this. But
I was
Perfect.
raised in Wisconsin, so Velveeta is a dirty word there.
Yeah.
It's not cheese. It's
no,
not
it's cheese.
It isn't.
But yeah, here you can go and get decent cheese, and it's not going to cost you 5 times, 6 times more
Right,
than the
yeah.
grocery store. So you can invest in good cheese once in a while and use your Kaas schaaf
Yeah, that's
to cut it at
you
home
discard this part,
and get a
right?
nice even cut. Now the next one, I have never seen in my life till moving here, and I don't know why.
Okay.
Just makes so much sense.
What is it?
It's a rake. No, it's not a rake.
What is that?
I thought this thing was a back scratcher. Seriously, I thought that's what
No.
it was for.
Back scratchers are different.
And it's not.
No, it's
What's
a,
it called?
Flessenlicker.
Flessenlicker. Okay.
Yeah.
What is that?
So it's for bottles. Like if you're at the end of your mayonnaise jar or your
She
preserves
brought this
jar.
home yesterday. I thought it, like I said, I thought it was
And
a
he
back
had just
scratcher.
gotten rid of he just finished his mayonnaise,
Yeah.
but
No, that is great.
That's incredible.
That it's getting all the sides.
yeah,
That's where you find a lot of,
because the sides are usually hard to get.
yeah, and so you kind of ignore them. But that's where all,
It's funny we are this excited about a Flessenlicker. You
Oh my god.
that you would think that we just won the lottery or something. It makes sense because the Dutch are also
Frugal.
They want to make every bit count. They used to have
I want one of
bread
those now.
weighers. People
Yeah.
who weighed bread in the 16th century to make sure that the bread's crust was of a certain consistency,
Oh my
that
God.
it weighed correctly, and that you got every single crumb that you paid for. So
That's crazy.
sorry, cat bowl, sorry.
that's so great. I don't know why we never We never know about
No, I
it.
never thought about it. I mean, do they have these in the United States? Or
I
no?
don't think so.
I have never seen
I've
one of
never
these
seen one
before.
either. So
So yeah, I if an American has seen this, I'd be very surprised. And it's like a wand too, or you can conduct an orchestra with it.
yeah, okay.
I need
So
one of
the
those.
next item is the eponymous birthday calendar. The
What?
birthday calendar, if you watched our toilet video, you'd see it in that. The Dutch have birthday calendars in their bathrooms. Some
so
of the
strange.
people in the comments have said they don't have one, they don't use one, it's old school, they don't do it anymore, but a lot of people still use these. We do. This is ours. This was a gift from our daughter, and I'm a morbid person. I'm a mortuary archaeologist, so she gave me one that actually records death dates too, which I like.
I love this.
So this one is a little
cat.
different than the usual ones. They'll have you write down the birth year and the person's name, and it's a perpetual calendar, so you can use it year after year after year. This one also records death dates if you want, and also has names of some famous people. But it hangs by your toilet because you know every morning you're going to be in your toilet. And this gives you not only something to look at while you're sitting there, but it also gives you a reminder at the very start of your day to
Yeah.
wish someone gefeliciteerd.
Never knew the Dutch had these. I really did before. I mean, we mentioned this earlier in another video, but before River told me about this, I
It's so
had no
strange.
idea that birthday calendars were a big thing.
And the assortment of them is astonishing. They're everywhere. You can get one in your grocery store. You can get one at any bookshop, of course. And they just have a perpetual supply. You can
Makes sense because this is, as in a calendar, you can find them in all sorts of shapes, sizes, and I don't know, designs.
get them online at bowl.com. Our daughter ordered this from an artist on Etsy. But yeah,
Artisanal?
it can be as individual as yourself or as your decor.
Yeah.
And make sure that you never forget anybody's special day. So, and birthdays are a big deal here. We're
Yeah.
going to have a birthday video coming up. So we'll show you just how much they get into.
Love the way the Dutch celebrate birthdays over here. So,
Yeah, it's pretty special. So another thing from
Who
the
knew?
kitchen, and you may have this in America, like if you're a pastry chef or something, but I've never.
I got to admit, I have never seen this before. It is an apple core.
Oh, yeah, the one that takes out, yeah.
Apple corer, yeah.
Yeah.
And these are pretty common. They
Yeah.
eat a lot of apples here as well. But like in
You know-
America, you usually cut
bake-
around the core
Yeah,
with
but
a
if you're
knife, and so you lose a lot of the flesh.
Done that all my life, actually. So,
Yeah, and I've even made baked apples before, where I would use a paring knife and cut around it, try to pull it out,
harder. Mm.
and then use like a melon scooper to clean it out, and you lose a lot of the meat. And
Yeah.
again, like the Dutch want every drop,
Practical.
so the core makes sense, and it goes right through. You can knock out the core then, and get more of the apple. So popular.
This is so practical. Yeah. Yeah, I love this, but I think, unless you do a
that's
lot of
easy.
baking, you're not going to have one of these.
And there you go.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah, it's so
Where have these
easy.
been all my life?
In the Netherlands, that's where it's been.
Okay, so another item that seems to be pretty common in households or gardens, we've seen a lot of it, and you don't see it that much in America, except under certain circumstances, the Buddha.
But the Buddha
Oh,
pops up
right.
everywhere. I've seen them in
Really?
so many gardens and storefronts. It's very, very popular.
The Dutch are less religious
Yeah, that's weird,
per
right?
capita than the United States.
So what's up with the Buddha?
In America, you might see this if someone is following an esoteric, Eastern religion, or a little more hippie or a little more Zen. But to have them here, it's I don't know if it's part of the Dutch trading history with the East,
Or if it's ornamental.
in the
isn't it?
nature,
if it's
right?
ornamental, or if
yeah.
it reminds you of Nixon, which is to do nothing. To basically, it's a very, very meditative state of mind,
Yeah.
just to let your brain just do what it does.
Seen them in a lot of gardens.
So
a lot.
maybe it
Oh.
reminds them to do Nixon. I don't know. Let us know in the comments why Buddhas
Right.
are so popular here.
Yeah.
I love it. This one is actually mine
Yeah.
from the U.S. that I brought with me. So we've always had one, but like friends would come over and be like, "Oh, you got a Buddha," in
yeah.
America, but or in the U.S.
I
sorry.
think they're beautiful. I think I mean I'm gonna guess it's ornamental because it really does add to a garden.
Yeah.
It's
as
a
a
beautiful
background.
aesthetic.
Yeah, it's really gorgeous.
But
So-
it's
takes the
a
whole thing.
reminder to slow down and enjoy the moment. So
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, it's a good
maybe that's
reminder.
it. I don't know. Let us know. So we had another item, which we had bought over here, and unfortunately, it's a casualty of our move to our new apartment because we could not find it.
Can't locate it any place.
we
we
got
were
lost.
going through boxes
It might
yesterday.
Be it might be in our Christmas stuff. I don't
Yeah,
know, but it's
yeah.
called a speculus plank, and it's basically a cookie, wooden cookie mold.
Like the cookie
And
speculoos?
they're very popular here for the speculus cookies, which is a spiced cookie.
Yeah.
You can eat it year round, but they're very popular to be made around Christmas time.
Oh, but it's the
I
mold.
also used mine last year. I tried to
It's a
use it for
cookie cutter.
cookies, but there's a nuance to getting it out of the mold, and I didn't quite figure out the right combination. So I was using it for crafts. I was making like but I was like making gift tags made of like homemade paper gift tags and using the mold to make a design on it.
Which is
Good.
probably why it disappeared. It's in another box. Not kitchen items. It's in another box. So,
Sorry.
Yeah.
I still have to try and figure it out for this Christmas. The final thing that you really, really need is
Are you sure?
the orange shirt.
Oh,
Gotta have it.
Vital.
Yes.
it's yours.
There's a few occasions you're going to need it for the Euro Cup, for Koningsdag, and any other time
that
when it's
King's
just yeah.
We
You're
made a
the
little
Dutch
mistake. You probably saw the sale video that we did. We were the only ones wearing these.
Yeah, the sale
Kind of
app
felt-
said, "Hey, wear your orange. Come on down." So we put on orange, and we saw one other guy
They
with
probably
orange
knew
mold.
we were foreigners or Americans, and they kind of wanted us to stand out. So, well,
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
You need
Yes.
an orange shirt for those once in a while times. So you can get cheap ones like his at a store called Solo, and that's where we got that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is kind of like a Spencer's Gifts in America, and so they can have those. They have those cheap. You can get them at Hema several times a year, like around Koningsdag.
Oh, of course, they sell
basically,
it.
around Koningsdag every year. You can find all the shops loaded up with
Wait, the
orange
King's
gear.
birthday. The King's
Usually,
Day.
when people wear these, they usually have some color on their face too.
Oh,
The-
yes.
Oh, you got that. Yep.
Oh, they have it.
Another thing, if you're going to have this, you got to have this too.
Yeah.
This is the essential makeup kit for those days too. You can
the-
just,
And you probably see this. We're wearing
oops,
this.
I did it upside down.
We're wearing this in our little thumbnail for our channel.
They
I
said
did
it
it upside
right.
down.
Where did
I'm
it
so
go?
sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
Just like that.
That's so cute.
That's
Yeah.
all.
I think it looks good.
So now we're ready for the day. So these are just items that we found in
We're common over here.
common
Right.
over here that we weren't used to seeing in the United States. So thank you so much for all of your comments. We're reading them, we're paying attention to them, and you're really helping us to find our way over here. So we really are grateful to you.
In the comments, make sure, please, tell us if we're missing any items, household items that we didn't cover.
Yes, this is kind of like our Imberhering class. I mean, we're learning so much from you, and we're learning so much living the life over here, but also doing these videos. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and being
Yeah.
part of this great community that is growing up around us, and we're so grateful for you.
Thanks very much, guys.
Yeah, there's so many. There's actually so many items that I want now. I think the apple. Well, there's a few of them. The apple slicer, a core slicer. I don't know how to call it, but one of those. I've seen them before though. That wasn't that much of a surprise because it's not so common because unless you are either again very frugal and I think it's not even a frugality. I think it's kind of easier because when you're slicing up an apple, it's kind of annoying. I think apples, they're delicious, but they're kind of annoying and annoying for to cut because you have to. Well, if you eat obviously the whole apple, it's not going to be like that. But if you have, you like your apple slices or you want to have them with some peanut butter or whatever. I think it can be a little bit annoying because obviously you have to cut and it's a circle, so it's round and you have to cut in squares and it's a whole thing. And of course you always have the core, and the core always again it's not about wasting so much fruit because it's not about, again, that's what I mean, it's not necessarily about frugality, but it's kind of annoying and you kind of get, I don't know, it just whatever. I know that it's not that much of a hassle. It's not as if eating an apple is so, I don't know, it's so annoying. I have to do this. I can't eat the apple. No, of course not. But I think it just makes our life easier to have the apple core because again, you just do it and then you can eat it or you can cut it and you can do whatever. I need to get one of those. And of course, but if you do a little baking, I've seen them before, because of course, if you're baking a lot, if you're making a lot of pies, for instance, it's going to make your life a million times easier if you have this, instead of going, when you grab the knife, like she mentioned, you grab the paring knife and you have to go around the apple core, and you can try not to slice your finger in the middle of the process. So I think those are so, I don't know if they're a Dutch invention, but I think they're great. The other that I do absolutely need to get, I'd never seen that before. It's the bottle thing, the Flosser liquor, can't remember the name. But I love them. I've never seen that, but it's so incredibly practical. I think, oh my God, I need to get one of those. I wonder if they only sell those in the Netherlands, or there are other countries that sell them. Because no, I want one. I definitely want one of them. I think maybe this is also about frugality. I get it. Oh, it's such a Dutch invention, because they want to get up to the very last drop. But sometimes I think it's about wasting as well. It's not necessarily about, you have to, I can't waste one single drop. I think it's just, again, you don't want to be, you're trying to consume things, I think, a little bit less or something. But I think once you do it, you either grab a spoon, or you grab, I think probably a spoon is probably the more common. It's the more common. I'm thinking of a knife, but no, a knife, that's not really, I think it's a spoon. You would grab a spoon, but still, of course, there's going to be, you can't get all the nooks and crannies of the bottle. So, oh my God, how come I've never thought of this before? And I want to get one of those badly. I think I need one of those in my life. And I think probably looks like as I don't know, probably every single Dutch household has one of these things. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm thinking it's probably the case. Every single Dutch household has it, because, oh my God, it's probably a very Dutch thing. I love it. The other that I mentioned it earlier in the video, the cheese cutter, the cheese slicer. I think that's such an amazing thing. I've seen that, they are, again, they're not probably that common, like she mentioned, because in the US, it's hard to find, well, not hard, it's just you can find them. It's not as if, oh no, I can't, where would I get it? The cheese wheel, or you can get half of a cheese wheel. But it's not as if you're going to Costco and you're going to get it, probably not. But if you go to a sort of a fancier probably shop, they have artisanal cheese, or you get it at the farmer's market. And there's a particular type of cheese, the good kind of cheese. I'm not talking about the plasticky kind, not the Velveeta or not Kraft singles. Or just, again, the other types of cheese you could get, at a supermarket, which are usually the ones, how to put this delicately, the American type of cheese is just not very good. I don't think I'm not going to offend anyone when I say this. It's a little bit plastically taste, it's not that good. It tastes like plastic. It's never actually cheese, like you mentioned, is not, I don't think they can legally call it cheese. It's just a cheese flavored product, a cheese flavored thing. So again, it's not that common if you're just getting, your cheese at a supermarket. But if you're getting the good kind of cheese, no, we're talking big leagues, we're talking, good cheese. You would go to another store, right? A fancier store that sells those type of cheeses. And I think that's where you would get, the half of wheel or a quarter wheel, or you would say, oh, can you slice this? I don't know how many, it's just a huge cheese, a pound, how many pounds does it have? But you're not getting, a huge wheel of cheese. So you would go, oh, can you give me, maybe sell a little, I don't know, a quarter of a pound, I don't know, whatever you said you want to. But yeah, I love the cheese cutter. I think that's great. But yeah, I get it's more for fancier type of cheese, not the American type of cheese. So of course, a lot of people probably are not aware of the cheese cutter, because if you're not that into cheese, then you wouldn't know this kind of thing exists, because maybe you're getting your cheese at whatever, just do not eat a lot of cheese. So if I don't eat it, obviously I don't know. I know the existence of the cheese cutter is sort of unheard of to me. But I think if you're into cheese, you know, if you know. The one thing and the potato masher as well, I think those are common. I don't think I've seen maybe less used, like he mentioned, but it's not about using, because I think a lot of households don't have them. But it's about being, I don't know, people, it's, like he said, you grab your fork. But usually if you're doing things right, you're going to get, you're going to get your potato masher. But it's, I don't know, like the garlic press. the garlic crusher. Sometimes people, you have them, and again, maybe if you're into cooking, that I think that's really does make a big difference. If you're not that into cooking, or you grew up in a household not that into cooking, of course a lot of these items are going to be, what on earth are those things? But again, for instance, like the garlic thingy, or you're not gonna, a lot of people just probably they have them but they never use it because they prefer to either use garlic, it comes in a jar, or if you're getting the fresh one, probably people just sort of go with the knife, you grab the knife and you sort of press it. But ultimately, technically, the proper way to do this would be with the garlic sort of crusher. So I think I liken that to the potato masher as well. Can you do it with your fork? Yes, absolutely. Should you do it with a potato masher? Probably. And the thing is, probably a lot of households have them, but you never use it. I don't know why. It's a lot of people have, it's stored in a drawer. It's in a drawer, but people are not actually reaching for it. I don't know why, but I guess maybe, and also I think it depends, because if you're making, maybe you grab them a few times of the year because, you're doing Thanksgiving or something, because you have to do a lot of mashed potato. So it's going to be easier to just, mash, 10 pounds of potatoes. But I love it, and I think I like that invention as well. I don't know if it's a Dutch invention though, but I really do think it's a great invention. And the other, I think, was the gourmet grill. I've never seen that. It tells me a lot about, because they mentioned about the Christmas thing, and they do it twice. It's about, I don't know, the Christmas Eve and probably Christmas. I don't know what you call it, Christmas Eve and Christmas, whatever. It's two separate days. But I love the idea. First, I thought it was sort of a buffet kind of thing. If you kind of turn the grill on, and people just go, I want to have, I don't know, a piece of chicken. I don't know what items would you put in a gourmet grill during Christmas. But no, it's sort of, I like the idea. Everyone's sort of sitting down in a table, but instead of, when you're having a sit down meal and it's, maybe you have first course or whatever, or you're plating the whole thing, but you have, we have so many dishes. And of course, I think it's, the host is probably going to be, if you're hosting that dinner, whether that is, like they said, for instance, Christmas dinner, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure on the host, and it can be stressful. It certainly is, because you have to cook for a lot of people, and you want everyone to be happy because, of course, you're the host. But it's just a lot of hassle, I think, for the host. But I like this because it kind of takes away the pressure, and it's sort of, we're enjoying ourselves. It's a little bit probably less stressful, a little bit more chill, a little bit more relaxed. So I like that. It's a little bit, maybe a little bit more informal than I was expecting. But I think it just depends on your type of Christmas dinner. Sometimes you have, very formal. You can have a very formal Christmas Eve dinner, or you can have, something a little bit more informal. So this tells me that the Dutch are probably not that into the formal type, sit down thing. And it's more about, grab it what you want. And I like it because I think usually, the whole pressure of hosting, the Christmas Eve dinner is just a lot. So I like that. Oh no, they're super chill about this. I like it. I would not want to go to one of those Christmas dinners because, it's so fun. Instead of you go and you're going to grill your own thing. And I want to know what they have as well. What kind of typical foods would you have in the gourmet grill? I saw a lot of meats, but I thought they were cured meats. So I don't really understand why, and cheeses. But again, what do I melt the cheese? Am I having toast with cheese? I don't know. I want to know what kind of foods they put in there, and what's kind of the typical gourmet grill Christmas Eve dinner. I think that's what I'm going to call it. And ultimately, the only one that I'm a little bit the hand washer. I like it in theory. I think it's great. I think, again, it was a loofah, or some people use washcloths, but I think this is a little bit harsh. I think, wouldn't you? I don't know, because it's a little bit, it just maybe depends on your skin type. I don't know. It's just, if you want to exfoliate every day, which you probably shouldn't do, because, you're not scrubbing your skin. It's got to be very painful. You're probably going to get, your eczema's going to get worse. I don't know. It should be soft. So I don't know. It's just a whole, you're just going to scrubbing yourself, unless, of course, you have some type of job that, I'm very just, I get dirty a lot, maybe, but dirty as in there's actual dirt on your body, so I have to scrub myself because I have dirt all over me, or I don't know what kind of other thing I don't know, dust particles. I don't know if you're actually, as in you're seeing your skin and it's dirty, so maybe that's what you would need it. But sort of you reach for it, in that particular situation. That I don't know if you should be doing this every single day, because again, your skin handle it? Maybe that will be the thing. If your skin can handle it, well, then great, good for you. But I don't think all types of skin are meant to handle this. I think is your hands are better. I think, again, ask any dermatologist, but again, just depends. Your mileage may vary. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.